The studio lights at NBC Burbank were brighter than usual that night. The audience inside the Tonight Show studio expected laughter, stories from old Hollywood, and the strong, confident presence they always associated with John Wayne, the Duke himself. But something was different. Johnny Carson noticed it the moment John Wayne walked onto the stage. There was no swagger in his step, no easy smile, only silence. The applause still thundered across the studio, but Wayne didn't lift his chin the way he normally did. Instead, he nodded politely, almost shyly, as he sat down beside Johnny. The chair creaked softly under him, and for the first time in his life, America's toughest cowboy looked tired. Johnny leaned closer. "Duke," he said gently, "it's good to see you again." Wayne smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Well, Johnny," he replied quietly, "it's good to still be around." The audience chuckled softly, thinking it was one of his usual jokes. It was. Johnny sensed something deeper and shifted his tone. "You've faced more battles than anyone I know," he said, "on screen and off." Wayne stared at his hands. For years those hands had carried rifles in western deserts, tipped cowboy hats, shaken presidents' hands, and signed autographs for thousands of fans. Now they rested heavily in his lap, trembling slightly under the studio lights. "I always thought," Wayne said slowly, "a man could outride anything." The audience fell silent. "But sometimes," he continued, voice cracking just a little, "life catches your horse." Johnny didn't interrupt. No one moved. Wayne looked up toward the audience, the same people who had watched him defeat outlaws, fight wars, and stand tall against impossible odds on screen for decades. "I spent my whole life playing strong men," he said, "men who never backed down, men who never cried." He paused. "But real life doesn't give you retakes." His voice broke. For a moment, John Wayne, the symbol of American strength, looked like a man carrying something too heavy to hold anymore. "I lost friends," he whispered, "lost time, lost parts of myself I can't get back." Johnny placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You gave people courage," Johnny said quietly. "That matters." Wayne swallowed hard. "You know what hurts most, Johnny?" he asked. Johnny shook his head softly. Wayne looked straight into the camera, the millions watching from their living rooms across America. "I spent my life trying to be the man everyone believed I was." Silence filled the studio. "And now," he said, voice trembling, "I just hope I did enough." For the first time anyone could remember, John Wayne's eyes filled with tears. Johnny Carson didn't make a joke. He didn't change the subject. He simply sat beside him. The audience rose slowly to their feet, not cheering wildly this time, but applauding with something deeper, respect. In that moment, the Duke wasn't a legend. He wasn't a cowboy hero. He wasn't Hollywood royalty. He was just a man, heartbroken, honest, and brave enough to let the world see it.